Good Monday morning, folks. George Adventure here. Wonderful, beautiful day outside so far. Been up for a while. So today is Monday morning, inspirational talk, and I'm glad y'all here. I'm glad you're watching. I appreciate y'all. God bless the Knife Brotherhood. So I've got this is my notebook that I write down when I'm on Sundays. I write down the sermons, the message, whatever, and I like to go back, read this stuff. It's a good way to kind of make you a homemade, just a little, inspirational notebook. So today is on patience, and so patience is a big deal, and I'll be the first to tell you that I'm not the most patient man in the world, and I'll admit to it. I'm not extreme with it either, but I can be impatient. My beautiful wife, Miss Linda, will tell you that. So got my knife ape today. He's going to be standing by. So it's patience is important. Patience is important. Having patience with your family, your children. When I was a supervisor, we would be working. We might be working come in at 10 at night, work all night on a trouble call. So if things weren't going the way I thought they should, I would start getting impatient. Oh, excuse me, but I had to kind of control that because I didn't want to really rush people, because then they might take a shortcut or might do something unsafe, just hurry and get it done. So I had to really quell that feeling, try to control it, which I did, so I try to, that's one of my little battles in life, is my patience. But and my pastor's been preaching on the fruit of the Spirit, and I got it written in here and just some notes. And the fruit of the Spirit is character of Jesus that the Holy Spirit produces in you. The Holy Spirit, God gives us the Holy Spirit. And I have to pray. I have to pray about it, I have to pray about it. Patience reveals preparation. That's Mark 2:3. Patience lowers pride. Being a prideful person isn't good. And that's what I was telling you about me being at work on a trouble call. Well, it's not always, it ain't just about me. It's about my crew guys. It's about getting the lights back on. So, you have to put that pride away. You have to make sure you put safety first. Patience leads to perseverance. And perseverance is the act of persevering. Persistence in anything undertaken. Continued pursuit of prosecution of any business or enterprise began. And that's what I was telling you about me being at work. Persistence in anything undertaken, being persistent. Now, sometimes being persistent too much is bad. My brother growing up, he was very persistent. My mother would tell him no, and he'd still want to do it. So he'd end up getting a whipping or spanking, whatever you want to call them nowadays. So he'd end up getting in trouble with my mother because he wouldn't let things go. He just kept on. This is when he was a little boy. So my mother would run out of patience, and she'd get a hickory or spank him. And I tell my little brother, I said, don't just stop. Don't do that, because he got a lot of whippings because he was very persistent. God bless him. So that's what perseverance is. Perseverance is a good thing, but you can't take it too far. Patience gives us God's perspective. God is patient. God is loving. God is I mean, he's got to be patient because look at how we are. You know, look at how we are. Go all the way back to the Garden of Eden. He told Adam and Eve to leave that fruit on that tree alone. Well, look what happened. Satan came in there, the serpent, and they ate the fruit. That's why we got all the sin in the world now. So, patient gives us God's perspective, and that's God's very patient with us. He's a loving God, and he's patient. So we're to be like him. That's Mark 2, 9 through 12. Patience promotes God's praise. He wants us to be that way. You know, Jesus was patient. You know, he was patient, very patient. Still is with us. And my pastor said the creator of the universe is looking at us, looking at you. He knows what we do every day. He's with us every day. He's a just God. And so Satan tries to get you too. He tries to get you to go the other way. So remember that. So y'all be patient. Be patient. Be patient. Be patient with your family. Be patient with your wife. Be patient with your children. Be patient with your co-worker. Be patient with your friends. And be patient when you have hard circumstances. Because I promise you, God's going to work them out for you. God bless y'all. Hope y'all enjoy that. So now, I got I'm going to show you few little finds that we went to Red Barn Antiques. It's one of our favorite antique places. There's a couple up in Hiawassee, Georgia we love. But Red Barn's not too far from here. It's about 25 miles from here. So we like to go in there, and they always got knives. They always got Zippos. They always got just some awesome stuff. So we were in there. So one of the things I found, and I just kind of left it there and walked around, forgot about it. Miss Linda was with me. So this is a Smith's sharpener. And if you'll notice, it's got steel or metal rods. It don't have the white stone rods, you know, the normal ones we use. They're not stone, but you know ones I'm talking about. These are metal. They're made out of steel, and it's just like the one that's got the white ceramic rods. They're not stones. I guess you could call it a stone. I don't know, but so you see it. They're steel. I don't know what kind of steel they are. They're rounded at the top. I don't know how old this thing is. And it's got this wooden rod that you put in there, in this hole here. It's supposed to keep your hand away, but you know, if you can't sharpen a knife without getting cut, you don't need to be sharpening a knife. But I know you can cut yourself because I've done it. So, you know. But anyways, so you can see the Smith. It's got the Smith logo. Smith Sure Sharp. That's what it's called. Smith Sure Sharp. This thing's pretty much pristine. You know, it's nice, but I didn't get it. So Miss Linda, she said, "You're not gonna get that stone?" I said, "Nah, I got these two knives and a Zippo." So of course, she walked back there, got it. This thing wasn't but $4, $4.95. So I've used it. I used it Saturday when we got back. I tried it out, and it works good. You know, a lot of people don't want to sharpen their knives with metal. A lot of people don't, they don't want to use the ceramic stones. They just use a stone. I like a big stone. I like an oil stone. But these work good. You know, back in the old days, they didn't have the ceramic stones. They had metal. You know, but you always want to use a strop. You always want to use a strop when you're sharpening. So this is one of the finds. I think it was a pretty awesome find. So I found a Zippo in this thing, and they had a cabinet full of Zippos. I'm going to go back. Got a great deal on this thing. It's a brass one. It's a 1991. I actually dated it. Got on there and dated it. The last time I had one, I contacted Mr. Terry and and he dated it for me. So I got a chart now. Works like a charm. First thing I did when I got home, put some fluid in it. Got the good Zippo snout. You know, this is exactly like the one my daddy carried. Exactly. So found this brass Zippo. It was very tarnished. I started to leave it like that, but I thought, no, I'm gonna clean it up. But it gets some good tiner on it. Good tiner. So got this. Like I said, I'm gonna go back. They had some stainless steel ones and stuff, so I will go back. So I found this. I noticed this case knife. She had them on sale. You know, you got these glass shelves that lock. I guess people steal stuff like this. I don't know. So I told the guy, if he could open the cabinet. So he opened it up, and this one lady had a cabinet that, you know, she had her knives marked down, and these were $39 a piece. So I asked him if he could find out, you know. So he called the lady. So she came off of them $10 a piece, which I ain't gonna tell you what I paid for this, but it was an excellent deal, because this is a pen knife, and it's got Damascus steel. Now, I'm not a Damascus steel person. I'll be honest with you. I don't normally buy them. You can see the Damascus. This thing is basically pristine. It just don't have the box with it, but it's brand new. Hadn't been used. You can see the little finger. You can see the little finger grips there. The little cutouts for your finger to reach in there and grab your nail nick. It's honeycomb bone. We found it. I looked it up. Got some good snout to it. It's a pen blade or pen knife. You can see it's got the oval case logo. This would be the size that my daddy would carry in his pocket. He liked this size. And if he was still kicking around, could have a knife, I'd probably give this one to him. But it's got the bone. The bone's beautiful. I mean, it's a beautiful bone. The knife is, you know, everything looks good. There's not any gaps or anything. So it was one of the knives I took out. They had a lot of knives. They had a a queen bird and trout knife, like I sent to Big J in Boston, but I thought, nah, I don't need that. You know, I don't need that. Look at here, y'all. I'm gonna get me a cup of coffee right quick, couple sips. So anyway, that was another thing that I found. Get it right here where you can see it. So this, I saw this one laying there, and I love these old American-made knives. And this thing, I cleaned it up, and it's. I mean, look at there. It's in good shape. I mean, it's in really good shape, excellent shape. I cleaned the blades, but it's still got a little bit of tiner right there, and I ain't gonna worry about it because I kind of like that. But it's got the markings on here, and it is a cut master made in Utica. I guess that's how you pronounce it. Let me see if you can. I don't know if y'all can see that. It's hard to see it, but it's a cut master. It's carbon. It's got the bell on it right there. Everything on it is excellent shape. It's got the bottle opener and screwdriver, and it's got a, let me get it out here. And I ain't too sure about this thing. And maybe somebody can tell me what this is for. I'm gonna look it up. This isn't real sharp. I mean, it'd cut your finger, but I don't know really what this is for. Maybe y'all know, maybe some of y'all know out there. If you do, leave a comment and tell me. I appreciate it. It's a strange looking little blade. I don't know. I'm wondering if this isn't for a ferro rod right here. I'm wondering if that's not what that's for. You open it up and see. That's probably what it's for, but I can't say for sure. I got a ferro rod. I might try it. Got this punch. I do like that. I do. I wish they'd put them on more knives. But it's got that little leather punch or whatever kind of punch you want to. And it's got a blade. It's not really sharp. You could probably sharpen it. There's no markings on that blade. There's a little bit of tuner on it. You hear that snap? It's got some good snap to it, y'all. So, it's in here. Got some good snap. But this thing, I mean, there is nothing wrong with this knife. I don't know what kind of handles these are. It's a synthetic. Maybe somebody knows. Maybe y'all, one of y'all know out there. Y'all can comment and let me know if you know exactly what this handle's made. I'd love to know. But I always look for these. I've got, you know, I've got some more different brands. I got a couple of these. And I always look when I go in antique stores. I look for the ones that's in real good shape. And this one was excellent shape. That's one reason I wanted to get these two. Good finds. They got this thing dirt cheap. Because everything on it was good. Like I said, I cleaned it up, and it's an awesome knife. This would be a great carry knife, y'all, or put on your go bag or whatever. But I am going to do some research because I do want to find out, unless I get one of the Knife Brotherhood guys to tell me if they know what this weird looking blade is. You know, I'd like to know what that is. But so anyway, that's. There's no shield on it, by the way, so. Great find. They had, in that antique store, they had a shelf full of these vices, full of these. They had Remington, Winchester. They had all kind of, not vices, but I'm sorry, ambles. So they had, this is a Winchester and this is a case one here. So they had all kind of different anvils. And I like these little anvils. I didn't get one. But they also had a couple things I didn't get. They had a couple old hickory knives that were real good shape. Just need a little cleaning up. I'm going to go back and get them because they were cheap. So I always look for old hickory knives. So anyways, that's my video today. And here's my brother. Y'all be mindful of patience. God bless y'all. Be safe out there. Hydrate in this heat. God bless you. And I appreciate you watching my channel. Have a great one.